You're now tuned into $1 million worth of game.
Yes.
Magic City edition.
Yes.
Listen, man, this is a historical moment, right? we got a true, I'm talking about ambassador for Magic City right here. I remember when I was in prison.
Hold on, man, a true ambassador for the game.
For the game, you know, but we talking about Magic City though right now. We ain't talking about the game, we talking about Magic City. So when I was in prison, he was one of the dudes that has always talked about Magic City through the music. And it's like, you hear about it, but then when I hear this guy say, this is what he said. Since I don't know when he started coming to Magic City, he said, JD said, I spend $10,000 a week in Magic City. And I'm like, he should own the place. Like, I don't know how you do that. He said he been spending $10,000 a week since he was like 10 years old. And
I don't do that.
Like, I'm just saying, he said, so I'm like, I said, this dude gotta be a silent owner. It ain't just Magic. I said, he's Magic and JD owning this. And I'm saying to myself, like, you put, like, how much ass shaking is it to say 10,000?
But listen, I gotta stop you.
Go ahead.
Because it's crazy because this a real place. That's why I wanted to do this.
Yeah.
I mean, people know it's a real place. But that amount of money that everybody seems to be acting like is a crazy amount, even like you was gonna, I had my homeboys call me like, they like, JD, why they acting like that? I spend way more than you. Just what he told me.
Dude was calling you like, man, that ain't shit.
Yeah, 100%. We was in him this Monday and one of the homeboys spent 60.
No, but let me ask you this,
You know what I said?
I know, but what is it about the culture of here that had you keep coming back and enjoying it? Because it's a lifestyle. Like, what is it? Describe Magic City.
It's the hip hop version of Cheers for the most part.
Okay.
And I feel like, just talking to you off camera a minute ago, I started really thinking about what it is more or less than anything that continues to keep having people come here. And it's the safety. The safety over everything. It's probably the safest place in hip hop that you can go.
Damn,
hip hop.
That's crazy.
Damn. So it ain't gonna be no drama, no.
It's
ain't none of
not
that.
tolerated.
Not
That's
tolerated.
totally different when the
You
strip
break it
club
down.
you was running in the joint. He had a strip club in the joint called Tragic City, but it would go down in that
Man, get the hell out of here.
It go down in that joint.
No paying no attention.
All types
Tragic
of stuff.
City, okay.
Yeah, in jail. He was
Yeah,
the
not-
first,
I think
he was the first person to have a strip club in prison.
In prison.
It was called Tragic City, though. He seen you on the joint, so he named it. Seen Magic City. He named it Trip.
He hating on me.
It was not
It was a
safe
hell of a
in
business.
that joint.
It wasn't safe?
It was not safe.
Let
in
him
that
tell
joint. All the dancers, Ricky Minaj, Kevin the Stallion, Lil Him, Beyonce. He had it. Yeah, they said he had it popping up there.
He crazy.
Yeah, now so the safety part is because it's in any place that we go that in hip hop, right? And a lot of people, younger people not gonna really understand this because they ain't been to these type of clubs. But like when the tunnel was the tunnel and everybody wanted to be in the tunnel, it still wasn't safe. It was like you'll be in there, any second.
Come out, get robbed.
Something's gonna happen, right? It's crazy because when I first got into the music business, and I came to Philly to do Crisscross, y'all had this club called After Midnight. This was the spot.
That's your spot. You always talk about it after
I'm
midnight.
trying because this was hip hop. This is what I was, you know what I mean? I seen it, and Philly was like super.
Yeah.
Everybody was fresh. Everybody had the gazelles, and
Yep.
this club was that, but it wasn't safe.
No,
it wasn't safe, right? And we was just talking about how there's no other club in the country like this, and that's the main factor, I believe, that it's like you're not gonna come in here and feel like you gotta chuck your jewelry. You're not gonna come in here and feel like you can't let this man see how much money you got. People come in here and they so relaxed. That's what it is. So yeah, if I see him coming, he spend 20, I'm not pocket watching him. I'm gonna get whatever I can get. So if you a 5,000 dude, you're gonna get your 5,000 because he got, that's what I'm saying. It's not It's definitely
It's not a pissing competition.
It's not that. It's a very comfortable place.
Is the wings really that good that they had Lou Williams in here like 12 in the afternoon? I know, I'm just saying, but they that good?
I mean, I'm vegan, so I can't really tell you about the wings.
You can't tell you about the.
Look at you. See, that's that. I've been rich for a long time, so I stopped eating chicken at 91 and shit. You know, I ain't.
Yeah. So, but the safety of it, just the. And like I said, I can imagine the business deals that took place here.
Yeah, a lot, you know. Because like you meet, if you're an older person, you meet the younger generation, right? I said this before, I have a movie idea for this club that I have been trying to like figure out how to do before I even was involved with this documentary. Because one night I was in here and I just was looking around and I was like, man, right here is the biggest thief in Atlanta. Right beside him is a nigga who got $200 million that play for the NBA. Right beside him is a rap nigga that got $1 million worth of jewelry on his neck. 2 people over is a politician. 2 people over is somebody else, right? All these people are blended in the same space.
Over here is the pastor.
Maybe.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Pass
the plate up in here.
Pass the pillow.
Pass the plate.
He up in here. He got to throw some of the ones. All the ones should be getting in the
this
church.
motherfucker.
It's really crazy how, and like I said, people come for the camaraderie. They come for the, I'm gonna meet this person, or I'm gonna see somebody, or I bet you we go to Magic, we're gonna see blah, 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 blah. Like, that's what it is.
But something else that's special about here, the music.
Yeah.
Breaking artists.
Yeah.
How many artists did Magic break, you think? And who were some of the big name artists that they got played here and it went from here to and it spilled onto the streets, it spilled on to other DJs, it spilled on to the radio, because you got DJs in here too from the station. So who were some of them artists?
The biggest influence, I think, was Jeezy. And then the second biggest influence after that was Future. And what Future and them did was, Future used to come and sit at the bar right there. And his DJ used to work in here. Shout out to Esco, his DJ used to work in here. And they had created this tag team situation where Future would sit at the bar and the DJ would play the music. And then they'd just watch to see what's happening. And they never let nobody know that they was actually connected. So Future was sitting at the bar like he was, like he wasn't nobody. But meanwhile, the DJ was playing his music, and he was just trying to view to see what was going on. And people start hearing these records so much, they're like, "Who is this Future dude?" You know what I'm saying? And it just caught on. So it's so many different ways you can promote your music in the strip club, right? You can get to the dancers before they come upstairs, or you see them outside and be like, "Yo, when you do your stage set, here goes some money. I need you to ask the DJ to play my song," right? That normally is like the stage set probably like 30 minutes, right? And the DJ backspins the record the whole time the girls is on the stage. You know what I mean? So it's a cheat code if you actually follow the rules of what's happening.
With the internet happening, and a lot of people are so subscribed and locked in and in love with the internet, could songs still be broken magically today?
100%. They are still today. Yeah, I come in here and play music all the time.
To test the. I
mean, because it's still a space where if you walk in here and you hear a record, like say for instance when I did the Money Long record, I didn't expect Magic City to be playing Made for Me, right? So one night I came in here and they played it. Right, and I'm thinking, okay, they playing it because I'm in here cool.
Yeah.
But the girls was in here like, nobody loves me like you do, like dancing, the dancers. And that's when you, as a songwriter and producer, in this space, to have a song like that, that's when I realized like, oh, this song really is big. This ain't like no, you know what I mean? I knew it was a big record based on me reading the charts, but this place is it's a reality check in here that you can get immediately. Like, you can come in here and they don't play you none of your shit. You can be, goddamn, go back home. But if you come in here and they playing your music and you ain't went to the DJ and you ain't, you know what I mean? you can get a real gauge.
Now,
This episode of $1 Million Worth of Game is brought to you by Planet Fitness. Everybody can get strong at Planet Fitness. High value membership that supports any fitness journey. There are over 2,700 club locations, with most clubs open 24 hours. Best in-class equipment, has the same high-quality equipment as others, more expensive gyms for a full workout, from strength training to cardio and stretching. Planet Fitness. Brand new plate-loaded machines, high squat, supine bench, and calf raise. Planet Fitness. Friendly, welcoming staff, unlimited free fitness training. Planet Fitness. So just know, we're all strong on this planet. Join today in club, online, or free PF app. Planet Fitness. You want to get in shape? You want to have that bedroom body for your wife? So when you take your shirt off, she's like, come get in the bed, baby. You look good. You've been putting the work in. Planet Fitness. Right. Hours, amenities, and offers vary by club. Check out our planetfitness.com or stop by your local club for more information. Must be 18 years old to enroll or 13 to 17 with a parent or a guardian. Planet Fitness. This episode of $1 Million Worth of Game is brought to you by New Amsterdam Vodka. Now, while life ain't going your way, shout out New Amsterdam Vodka. You caught your woman cheating today? Shout out New Amsterdam Vodka. You thought that check was coming, but it didn't come your way. Shout out New Amsterdam Vodka. It's distilled 5 times. It's filtered 3 times for that clean, crisp finish. Now, you could drink it straight up. You could drink it on the rocks. You could drink it with juice, soda, however you like it. You just could make a classic New Amsterdam mule. But that's up to you. But just know when you out and about at your local liquor store, don't you run past that New Amsterdam vodka. Don't you dare scoop any other vodka up other than New Amsterdam. What are we talking about? We talk about the official vodka of Barstool Sports. New Amsterdam. Great for pre-gaming. You know, great to start the party off. You know what I mean? My wife be at the crib doing the cocktails with her girls, and they just be having a great time off the New Amsterdam vodka. So when you're out and about, make sure you get you some New Amsterdam. Right.
when you thought about this, what was the importance of bringing the documentary to life of Magic City? What was the importance to you?
The importance was to make sure that people understand that Atlanta does have a culture, right? And that culture is strip clubs.
Okay.
The strip club has been here longer than Jermaine Dupri, longer than Future, longer than Jeezy. Like I said, 40 years in Magic. But I think Blue Flame was here before Magic City. So then it's like, you got Blue Flame, you got Lil Nicky's and Nicky's. These is all the places that was popping when I was growing up. Platinum 21, Cheetah. I mean, so many clubs, right? And Atlanta's basically was surrounded by strip clubs. And when we talk about culture and trying to make sure that, like I come from an era where all the cities used to really show us what their culture was. Okay. Right? What's them little haircuts y'all used to have in Philly? Them little round, the little, like, baby afros, what y'all used to call them?
The rounds, they used to be like round Jones. Well, I don't remember having hair, but like,
I mean,
like
we had all types of shit, boxes, the round joint, we had the Gumbies.
Yeah, but it was like beginning of the time when like Hilltop Hustlers
and all that.
They had these little round things.
Oh yeah, we you see, people was rocking boxes, but we rocked our shit round and kind of.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. It's like that was so when I came to Philly, I seen
the Philly culture.
I seen Philly culture.
The dress code,
the places people go. I mean, I know so much about Philly based on me just how much the culture was thrown in my face, like City Blue and
City Blue.
You know what I'm talking about? Like these things was like thrown at me, like this is what we do in our town, right? So I left there like, oh, okay. Then I went to New York. Well, I mean, I was in New York before when I was younger, and I seen the same activity happening in New York.
Their culture.
Brooklyn, this is what we do. Eastern Parkway, this is where the Jamaicans at. It's like they real defiant about their culture, right? So when I come back home, I'm like, man, listen, we skate, we go to strip clubs, trap music, right? We dance. Atlanta's got dancing. It's always a dance in Atlanta. Got something going on. And I felt at one point in time they made us feel like it wasn't cool to celebrate our culture, right? Yeah. Like when I put out the Franchise Boys, it was like snap music. It was dissing the music, like these come with this mumble rap and these snap dances and da-da-da-da. It was like people was dissing our culture, right? And I just think throughout my whole career, we haven't had an opportunity to celebrate our culture. People celebrate Atlanta for whatever reason they want to celebrate it, but it's a cultural thing in this city that should be celebrated, and that's what I want people to get from this documentary.
And break down the different phases. It's five-part series. Like, what's the difference between the parts? Like, is it from the beginning to the who's going to be on the documentary?
I think honestly, I haven't seen all 5 episodes. Okay. But I will say this, that it's about magic. The story is about magic. A man who came to Atlanta, maybe 50, I don't know how many years ago, 50-something years ago, and
ex-football player.
Yeah.
Used to call him Juice.
Yeah.
Drafted by the Chiefs.
Oh, see, look at you.
You know what I mean? Then turned into a little, he turned into a minor league pimp back then. Then he turned into some meat.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. So the story is about magic, and it's about a man that came to Atlanta and created this space.
From Camden.
I want to meet Magic.
Camden, New Jersey.
Yeah, you want to meet Magic?
Yeah, Magic. He is CMF, man. He a cool.
Yeah. So
he got 100 ladies in it.
Up in this joint.
In a bit of an oversized bedroom, man. Decorated bedroom. Hey, get it poppin'. Yeah. Put some sounds on the wall. Nigga Jersey, come on. Hey. That's a hustler, man.
That's just 100%.
And just think about how much money Magic made. Magic City could look like the Lenox Mall if he wanted it to. Yeah. But he just still keep it gutter.
The original.
He still keep it to the
There's
original.
something about it.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's actually not the original way.
It's not?
Nah, it's been many different forms. Like these rooms are almost like reminiscent of the old Magic City. Because over here it used to be nothing but rooms, right, Madge? One number.
Oh, that's Madge right there.
There you go.
Yeah.
What's up, Les? Hey, let me just tell you something. Ain't too many that seen more naked women than Magic. Yeah.
Him and Hugh Hefner.
The Magic has seen 11,492 naked women. Yeah, I'm sure.
Short
28,900. That's the legend right there, though, man.
Yeah.
So now, the soundtrack to Magic City, right? It's you know what's crazy? Like, I want to know, what is your soundtrack outside of creating a soundtrack from the years here? What was the memorable songs that's planted in your mind from being in here that stood out over the years? That soundtrack. What was that soundtrack like? Who was it?
It's interesting because it was like, Whoop, there it is. Like DC, the Brain Supreme used to be a DJ here.
Okay.
Right. So that song broke from this club.
Tag team.
That's a big record.
That's a big record.
But me coming to the club, I guess my most memorable times of being in here was when the BMF era started, and just paying attention to the music that was played in that space, right? And like I said, that Jeezy era was like, it was probably so powerful that I can't think of what else was going on, because it was unstoppable, right? And the music was good. It's usually like sometimes when you see a movement that somebody got, and they got a lot of money behind them. They might be from the hood, they doing their little thing in the streets, whatever, and they spending their money to create their moment. Their music don't be good. Their music don't be great. They had a soundtrack for what they was doing, and it was Jeezy. And
it was great.
That shit was popping, right? So you watching this, and you listening to the music, and you seeing this, and you also, I'm not just sitting in the club watching, I'm in here spending my money, but it's still like,
you seeing it.
You in it. You in the motion. You in the motion. So yeah, I mean, that's my most memorable music moments of how that sounded. And that's basically, that was kind of like what I used for this. I wanted this music that I'm creating to be something that you hear in the club when you hear it.
Yeah.
And you like, oh, that's that. And you leave like, man, I was in Magic, they was playing this song. That's what I want. I wanted to be like a soundtrack for people's life in the club.
And when you creating these songs, right, it's moments in your mind, I know it's moments in your mind of being in here.
Yeah.
Like just cooking up, you thinking about, because you're a historian of all the greatest moments of everybody that came through this joint.
Yeah.
From athletes to boxers to actors to, whatever, even now social media, whatever. So when you in that studio, all that's in your mind, is you hearing certain people on the production? You're like, what's name got to be on this?
Yeah.
What's name got to be on this?
Yeah, because I'm writing the songs in my head and I'm saying it like, okay, if I put dude on this song, he gonna sound crazy. I put him on this song. And at first I was like trying to stick to the mindset of Magic City being an actual place, city, not just a club, but like who actually are the humans that live in Magic City. That's where I was trying to like find the people like T.I., he lives in here. You know what I'm saying? You come in here on any given night, you see T.I., he's in here. Dro, he lives in here. You know what I mean? 2 Chainz used to live in here before he got his own spot, but he lived in here. And that's another thing. I was trying to make sure like I come here every week, damn near 3 times a week, right? The people you see in the club when you come here is what I wanted the music to, you know what I mean, represent.
Let me ask you some questions. I'm gonna name some Atlanta rappers, some Atlanta artists. I'm just gonna need you to pick one. Ludacris, Killer Mike.
Ludacris.
Ludacris, T.I.
T.I.
T.I. Young Thug.
T.I.
T.I. Future.
Future.
Future Gunner.
Future.
Future or Andre 3000?
Andre 3000.
Andre 3000 or the Migos, the whole group.
Andre 3000.
Andre 3000, 21 Savage.
21. I picked 3000 twice. 21.
21 Savage. Gucci Man.
Gucci.
I knew he was gonna go Gucci.
I gotta go Gucci.
Gucci or Jeezy?
Jeezy.
Jeezy a big boy.
Jeezy.
So, hold on. Jeezy or Rich Homie Quan?
Jeezy.
Rest in peace, Rich
Jeezy or the legendary 3 decades, maybe 4 decades, Jermaine Dupri.
Oh man. I guess I gotta go to that last guy you said.
Oh, he did put in 4 decades worth of work.
How do it feel to still be here, man? Still be relevant? You so in tune. You always in tune since I first seen you with me. I'm not even. I want to tell you something. I got to tell you this shit. The first time, Gilly, my older cousin. The first time he came out the room, he's like, and he had his jumper on backwards and his jersey backwards. He's like, wow, come on, we gotta do this, cuz. I was like, all right. And we had our jumpers on backwards and the jerseys and shit backwards. And I mean,
hey, Juice, don't you
and I was a
believe it?
miggity Mac. I'm just saying, like, dudes try to front. That was that shit. I don't know
It
what.
was.
That was that shit.
Miggity,
They had the
Mac,
whole.
Daddy.
They had this shit
Yeah.
locked down. Like, you gotta think about this, JD. Since we know you've been making, okay. Let me just explain the difference. I was talking to this A&R, and he was like, wow, I'm killing this. Like, what's the difference? I said, the difference is, and I don't try to make the similars to back in the day. Like, I'm talking about, like, dudes they didn't celebrate number 6 or the top 10. They celebrated number 1. Yeah. You only celebrated number 1. Like, and I'm not talking about number 1 in a category. I'm talking about number one out of all categories.
Yeah.
Like, you've been making smash hits that was the top. And you know, and you was doing this at a time where you was going up against a bunch of Guns N' Roses, Metallica. I'm talking, you're going up against some serious artists, man. Like, people can't even think of. You too. Like, how do it feel to be relevant then and still relevant now, and understanding the pulse of culture, and keeping your finger on it? Like, how do it feel?
I don't feel nothing. I'm just doing it. I don't subscribe to relevance and not relevance. Like, 'cause I don't really understand even how people choose and pick that, right? 'Cause somebody said I wasn't relevant last year.
Damn.
And I had the #1 R&B record in the country, right?
I ain't know nobody said that.
I'm saying because sometimes people miss me in this hip hop space, right? Because I've done so many different things. People be like, "Oh, he just an R&B dude." I mean,
No,
that be happening sometimes. That be happening. Like, even with this, like, it's funny because, like, I was in Still R.A. Lennox, and I was Money Long. I was doing all these female R&B artists, and Bow Wow, little motherfucking Bow Wow, he got on the internet and was like, "JD, man, I'm tired of you doing all this R&B shit. When you gonna start acting like you make rap music?" And you know, so I mean, people do split it up, but I just don't. I don't subscribe to it. I think that us thinking about relevance and this, that, and the third, I don't think people understand, like, you just gotta keep moving. Life is not at a standstill. Life is something that you gotta keep moving with. And I just been always just moving. I don't have no reason to stop. I celebrate while we in the moment, but I keep moving.
Follow 267, and I'm a Road partner. Road Sparks is the 2-in-1 prescription treatment for stronger and harder erections. They hit the bloodstream faster because they dissolve under your tongue. And getting harder, faster, means more sex. After they dissolve, they work in like 15 minutes. Road Sparks get guys thicker and longer erections than they usually have because they get fuller. Road Sparks give you the boost to last longer. So it's more fun for you both. Road stay active in your system for up to 36 hours. So you could go back to back to back, round after round. Be ready for the morning after. Road Sparks changed my life in an amazing way. You won't even be able to imagine, but if you want to imagine, get Road Sparks. Be ready for play with Road Sparks. With Road Sparks, you can get the erection you always wanted. Road connect guys with a medical provider 100% online. So there's no awkward conversations in person with a provider. If approved, treatment shipped directly to your door. If prescribed, new health patients get $15 off Sparks with concurrent plan. Get $15 off Sparks on a recurring plan. Connect with a provider at ro.co/MDWOG to find out if prescription Road Sparks is right for you. That's ro.co/MDWOG for $15 off your first order. You're now
This episode of $1 Million Worth of Game is brought to you by Body Armor Flash IV. Flash IV delivers faster, longer lasting hydration with over 2,000 milligrams of electrolytes and no artificial dyes, flavors, or sweeteners like those other drinks. So whether you're training, traveling, or just feeling the heat, work hard. Flash IV. You see that? Body Armor Flash IV. You need to get those thousands of milligrams back into your body so that you can feel good on your journey to wherever you're going. So hydrate hard with Body Armor Flash IV, and make sure you grab yours today at 7-Eleven, convenience stores. They're all over the place. They're everywhere like broken glass. So when you pop up on a 7-Eleven, make sure you grab your Body Armor Flash IV.
I remember it was a what's name made, right? When you made the comment about the independent thing and how independent artists really want to live the lifestyle of the what's name. My nephew hit me up. He like, "Oh man, who that, man?" Because he's seen the reaction that it got. He like, so I said, "I'm gonna send you something. Listen to this, right?" I sent him money in the thing. So he go on YouTube. Oh shit, he had a joint. Like, they didn't even understand like your range. Like, he didn't even, because you know he young, he didn't know who he was. Yeah. But he just wanted to know, how can this dude just a simple tweet get so much traction? And it was a battle of, Jermaine basically said, what does it mean to be independent? Like what do it mean? Like, because everybody say, I'm independent, whatever. but everything you do, everything based around, you want the same. You're trying to get to where the mainstream artist is, and very seldom do we see people get to the next level. But his comment got so many fucking response. It was just crazy. I'm just reading. I'm like, you know, you get everybody got a different perspective.
Yeah, people was mad.
But the way, no, they was. You know why? Because a lot of times, I think we always got to be right and don't just understand. Like Jay, you can say whatever you want to say. That don't mean that we got to clash about it, man. That's just okay. I understand your perspective because I'm one of the people. I try to understand why do people see things or whatever. But I think we always looking for in our culture, looking for a reason to clash, looking for a reason to be you wrong, you right.
And we live in a bitch ass society right now. We live in a society full of bitch. Everybody's bitching. You can't even tell a motherfucker, no, dog, you ain't hot and you can't rap. Oh, you trying to hold me down. No, nigga, you can't fucking rap, nigga. The fuck you talking about? That shit was corny. Now, you can't tell a motherfucker they can't do something good.
Yeah,
or
sure.
you a hater. Yeah. No, but baby, that rice bowl was nasty as shit. The fucking rice was hard, bitch. What you mean I'm a hater? You can't fucking cook.
Yeah, you can't.
You can't tell nobody. We live in a bitch ass world where we used to live in a world where you could be like, prime example. We never had niggas that couldn't rap try to rap.
Yeah.
Nigga just one day just like, fuck it, man. I'm gonna try to rap. That never happened when we was growing up. Niggas knew they lane. Niggas was like, nah, I ain't no rapper. Then if a nigga wasn't in the booth, we would grind him the fuck up. Hey, get the fuck out the booth. Now, these niggas encourage niggas to rap that don't rap. Like, this nigga ain't got no personality. He fucking Canada Dry. He ain't got no bitches. He ain't never got no pussy in his life. Who's gonna listen to him? And he go right in the booth, some corny shit, they be out there listening to him like this. No, see, we didn't encourage corny shit. These niggas encourage corny shit, and then if you tell a motherfucker he's corny, you hating. You can't be like, no, dog, this ain't for you, dog. Go. You can't even give a motherfucker some information that's gonna steer him in the right direction. Because, man, fucking them niggas hating on me. No, bro, you just not talented. Everybody want to be content creators. Everybody want to be podcasters. Everybody want to be rappers. How about everybody ain't fucking talented? Everybody don't got that it factor. Yeah. Like, nigga told me the other day, yeah, I was thinking about starting a podcast. I'm like, you the boringest nigga I ever met in my life, man. Why the fuck would you start a podcast? You never said a joke that none of us ever laughed. You're not even informative. You're fucking stupid. Who the fuck is gonna listen to you?
Oh my God.
Everybody wanna do what everybody do. That's what make us different. We understand everybody do what everybody do, but we ain't everybody. We ain't nothing like you niggas, man. Nothing like you niggas.
But you know what's crazy about that? You say that, Gil. How was you able to, like, how was you able to spot talent? You just kept spotting it. Like, what was you looking for?
That's a talent in itself.
No, what was you looking for, man?
Oddly enough, I never was looking for it.
It came to you.
It just came. It just happened. Like, it was put in front of me, but I wasn't like walking around trying to find it. It just happened to be like put in front of me. Like, say, like Criss Cross. I seen him at the mall. I just went to the mall. I was going to the mall on a regular mall day. They in the mall. And I'm like, what's going on over here? Like, who is these little niggas, right? It's the same thing with Criss Cross. When Criss Cross came out, they had these girls came to my house and they sang happy birthday to me. Now, they was trying to be a group, but I ain't had no label then. I ain't had So Def. I only had Criss Cross. So you coming to sing for me, it might pay off, it might not. It's a shot in the dark. But they came and they sung happy birthday to me. And based on them, how I thought they sung happy birthday, I said, I'm gonna sign them. That was Escape, right? And then after that, Chris and Chris called me and they told me that it was this girl that jumped on the stage while they was in Chicago and performing, and I need to listen to her. And I told them 100 times, like, I don't want no female rappers. I'm like, I'm not really interested in no female rapper. And Chris was like, yo, JD, I'm telling you, you need to check her out. When Chris was co-signed for her like that, I had to listen to her because I'm like, these little niggas don't really be liking nothing. For them to tell me that a female rapper, they young. For them to tell me a female rapper, she nice, I gotta listen to it, even if I don't want to work with her. So that became the Brad. I wasn't looking for Brad. I wasn't looking for these artists. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Jagged Edge. Candy from Escape came over to my house one day and she's like, I want to meet this group I'm managing. And I'm like, a male group? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, I don't want no male group. Every time I was basically trying, I wasn't looking for nobody. They just always showed up.
You know what's crazy? It's like, you did something special, you know. But growing up, my favorite song from Outkast was Benz and Beamers, right? Off of the New Jersey Drive soundtrack. That was one of my favorite songs. And I think what got it, that's one of my songs, because just the idea of them shooting the video at a Benz dealership and them still in the cars and all that, it was just like, it was everything. And Cell Therapy by
That's
Goody
when he
Mob.
was still in the steal, so you see why that connected with him.
And then Cell Therapy by Goody Mob was my shit, right? But
Cell Therapy?
Yeah.
That ain't had nothing to do because you was actually in the cell.
No, I didn't.
You see how all
At the
this
time,
shit's
I wasn't
connected?
in the cell. At the time, I wasn't in the cell.
You
But
knew
they
you
was
was going.
But they was. If you look at that video, right? And I let my nephew see it. They was ahead of their time when he was talking about the barcodes and the people like you scanning shit. Everything was scanned. They was just like ahead of their time. Shout out to them. But I was already. But what you did, right? You are the blueprint of carrying the city, like marketing the city. You the first person I seen market a city in the way you did to take it to the fucking world. Like you was like from Welcome to Atlanta, all the different stuff you did, but you always market Atlanta. Like you just had this shit. I'm talking about, you was the marketing of Atlanta before Atlanta became marketed so much through reality shows.
Yeah.
Cause at the end of the show, you always see the Georgia Peach and like, but you know all the shows were shot in Atlanta. It was just like, that was the new come to Atlanta. But you always done it, right? Was that in your mind? Like, I'm putting this shit on, I'm carrying this shit on my back.
Yeah.
Like the world need to know about this shit.
Yeah.
What was the whole mindset of that?
I mean, you know, it's like I said, it's things that's always been thrown at me that I'm always like, okay, cool. You know, so say like Puff in New York, Dre in LA, Hov in New York. These people, they always they look at the representatives of the space. I didn't want to be that person probably a couple of times. I kept saying like, well, who gonna represent where I'm from, right? And I'd be looking for that person. And I started having to figure out, I guess I am that person to look for, right? And I just started seeing like how much we weren't included in the conversation. Like right now, even to this day, 2025, I seen a post like 3-4 days ago. The post had Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, 50 Cent, Eminem, Tupac, Biggie, Jay-Z, I'm trying to think who else. Did I say Eminem? It had all of these, Kendrick Lamar, Drake, I think this is what it was. And it was like, it was on Twitter and it was on Instagram. In 2025, that basically said, this is what hip hop is to younger people. Like if you ain't come up when I came up and you looking at this stuff that's being presented to you, that's what they saying is hip hop. And I looked at that and I'm like, damn, it ain't nobody from Atlanta on this.
How Rico Wade, you ain't on there? Dollaz August ain't on. What the fuck is we talking about?
That's what I'm saying.
Like who did that? But see, I gotta say this. A lot of these lists be bullshit. And sometimes it be people that's not within culture. Right. You gotta have a certain historical background to even talk about that shit. Like, cause it'd be the same person that wrote this, you'd be like, you know Rico Wade is, they'd be like, who is that?
Yeah, but see, I don't take that like that. I take it as a problem. And I take it as like,
a fucking problem.
I take it as, if you leave me off, I'm getting ready to double down on the fact that you left me off. I'm getting ready to try to do something to make sure you see me. So that just goes into what you're talking about. I started taking this being left out, the conversation, being left off the list, all of this, and just start putting this into like, I can't stop, I gotta keep going. I'm not gonna stop till I'm in the middle of that list. I might not make that, but that's my goal.
So who the top 5 producers all time? I'm gonna throw you in there. Give me the other 4.
Rap or just overall?
Overall, producers
That's
in our
hard.
space, in our culture though.
That's
I
hard,
ain't
cuz.
talking about motherfucker
Dr.
Julio
Dre.
Iglesias. or
Dr. Dre.
motherfucker. All right.
Teddy Riley. R. Kelly. I mean, I ain't got no top 5. I gotta take Kells. I gotta put Quincy in there. I won't even put myself on that list. So I'm just saying.
I got a list after this shit.
I'm gonna put. I'll do it like that. I won't even put myself.
Can I
on
say
there.
my
I'm just
list,
say
cuz?
Quincy, Teddy, Dr. Dre, R. Kelly, and it's a toss up between Babyface and Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis because that's.
All right, now let me say my list. I'm not giving up 5. I can't. DJ Quick, DJ Premier, RZA, Dame Grease, Swiss Beats. Just before I get to the young boys, what's my man name? Big guy from the West Coast. Battle Cat. Beats by the Pound. Manny Fresh. Jazzy Faye. Gotta get Chad and Pharrell. Hold up, cuz. Give me.
Go ahead, man. You might just name the whole
No, fuck
motherfucking
no,
industry,
fuck no.
man.
I'm not naming the whole industry, but I gotta
fuck it,
name
man.
certain motherfuckers, man.
Johnny Donut out
Fuck
West
no,
Philly.
no, it's legends.
Fucking
What's my man
Jersey
name?
Joe.
Bink.
Delaware Donnie.
Bink.
Virginia Gary.
Timbo. No, these motherfucking legends. Like
They are
because we hear
But the
people.
reason why you say top 5, that's like you said.
Nah, I
who the
can't.
top 5 NBA players?
The reason
And I'm talking about Bill Russell.
because some of the people, most of the people I name,
Come on, man. Bill was good,
listen.
man.
Most of the
Nigga
people I
wasn't top
name,
5, nigga.
people don't even know some of the legendary historical sounds that they created. Some of these dudes created whole movements.
Yeah.
That's why I'm naming them like that.
Especially
Well, if you're gonna do it, we'll shout out the young ones.
No,
Like
I'm getting them
Hitmaker.
out the way first. I'm getting OGs out the way first. Let me get them out of the way.
Okay.
I already know the Metro, Hitmaker, 808. You know the list goes on.
Mike Will.
That's it. Hitmaker.
Yeah.
Mike Will. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Southside.
I said Southside. 808. Southside. It's a lot of these boys. What's my man name? That do fuck with the dreads. That do feature. He do feature shit.
No, I ain't. I see
You know what I'm
too much
talking about?
we knowing niggas'
Wheezy.
names.
Weezy out of here.
Weezy out of here. There's a lot of them. I don't want to. We gonna forget people, but at the end of the day, like it's just that there's no way in the world they say that. Listen, don't say no fucking nobody from Atlanta.
But I'm
tripping.
just showing you like this has been my inspiration to push for since day one. Like when I made Welcome to Atlanta, it was the same thing. If you go to LA, the Lakers game, they playing I love LA. We love it. Right? You go to New York. Before Hov and them
Welcome
made
to New York
State
City.
of Mind, they was playing Frank Sinatra.
Yeah.
Right?
New York.
Right?
New York.
Then it moved into Jay-Z and doing that, right? And it was like,
Welcome to
damn,
Atlanta.
we ain't got no Atlanta song. Like, Atlanta is Atlanta, but we don't have no song. We have Georgia. I don't live in Georgia. I live in Atlanta. Like, that's how I look at it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what Ray Charles talking about, that's Georgia. That's like Macon, Georgia. I feel like that's like, I live in Atlanta. I need a song for where I live.
Hold on, though. Ain't it Atlanta, Georgia?
Yeah, but
He said no. He's
Fuck
not.
you, he don't live in
He
Georgia.
created a whole different world. He blacked that out.
Oh, yeah,
He
you
blacked
live
that
in
out.
Georgia.
I'm just
He
saying,
blacked that out
That's like
though.
me
cuz.
saying, I live
and
in
me-
Pennsylvania. I live in
He
Philly.
blacked that out though,
I'm
cuz.
saying me
Philadelphia,
specific.
Pennsylvania.
Look, me specifically. I lived in College
In
Park,
College Park.
He blacked that out.
right? College Park. It wasn't even no mindset of Atlanta. It wasn't even no mindset of Georgia. This is College Park. So I'm just saying, like, the way we look at Atlanta, yeah, it's Georgia, but we looking at the city part. Let's take the state out.
No, because y'all geographical, so y'all want to be associated with Macon and all the other. No, we Atlanta. We ain't country ass niggas.
I mean, listen, that's how I felt because we've been getting left out. So I used to go through the airport And they used to have these T-shirts that said Detroit, LA, New York, London, or London.
I do remember them T-shirts.
You know them T-shirts, right?
Yeah.
I seen them T-shirts every time I went to the airport. They never had Atlanta on them. I'm like, yo.
No, we can't do that.
Why Atlanta keep getting left out?
Come on, though. Listen, though. Don't do that, man. Atlanta's been running the fucking music industry since 2000. It's 2025.
But that's because
you niggas had the longest run in music history.
By the way, listen, and let me say this. I said
Thanks
this,
to Magic City.
Listen, I said this the other day. I didn't know the way I felt about people not fucking with us was something that was a citywide thing until the Source Awards. Because me and Brad performed on the Source Awards that night, right? We performed. So
that's something to say.
I felt like niggas was just, they was going along with it because the music was there, right? But I wasn't teamed up with them. So when Outkast went up there, and people was like, Outkast, and Dre was like, you know what, the South got something to say.
Yes.
That resonated with me more probably than anybody because it felt like, oh, he feel just like I feel. Cause I felt like that. I felt like niggas just tolerated Jermaine Dupri. They ain't love me. They just tolerated me because my records is too big. You can't get away from what I'm doing. So you just got to deal with it. But I ain't never feel like.
Yeah, but that was because back then New York had that threshold on the music industry, and they did not want to let that shit go, and they did not want to accept you niggas coming down there doing deals and all that. That's why a lot of the motherfuckers that came up out the South, they came up independently. They had to really show motherfuckers like, okay, we kept going up there, y'all want to give us a deal because y'all don't understand our sound, y'all don't understand, okay, cool, we gonna do this shit ourselves. That's why a lot of the down South CEOs are a lot more fucking richer than the up North CEOs when you think about it. You up there, we got 1, 2 motherfuckers, that's it. Down here, come on, man.
Yeah.
All the way to Houston, all the way
Come
around.
on, man.
All lanes.
Yeah.
All the way to South.
Because y'all was put in a position where y'all said, you know what, we gotta go do that shit ourselves.
Yeah.
This episode of $1 Million Worth of Game is brought to you by Jackpocket. Our partners at Jackpocket, America's #1 lottery app, have made ordering official lottery tickets easier than ever. You can quickly order Powerball, Mega Millions, even scratcher tickets, all from your phone. Jackpocket is safe, convenient, and it's easy to use. So just know you can whip your phone out. Pop, Jackpocket's right there. You order whatever you want right there on your phone. It's so easy. The days of going and playing the lottery at stores that's played out, it's no more of that. It's Jackpocket. And are you new to Jackpocket? Opt in, get $5 free in lottery credit right now. And don't forget to use code GILLY2. So listen, pull your phone out right now. Get the Jackpocket app. Punch in GILLY2 and you're going to get a $5 credit and free lottery credits. That could be the one that make you hit the Mega Millions or the Powerball. Thank me later. Jackpocket. Download Jackpocket app today. America's #1 lottery app. Right.
Welcome to another episode of $1 Million Worth of Game Business Spotlight, where we give you the news you can use. A lot of y'all sitting on the couch. A lot of y'all trying to figure out life. That's why we give you Business Spotlight. Today, we got my man TJ Tillman, aka Child Support is a Fraud. Listen, you need to go to childsupportisafraud.com, get all the game that you can get. Now, TJ, I'm talking about this story is unbelievable. I'm talking about you can't even imagine what happened to him. We're gonna get straight into this because there's a lot of people out there on child support. A lot of people need the information that he got. I'm talking about, once again, go to childsupportisafraud.com. TJ, how did all this become? How did this whole movement start? What happened to you?
Man, I got put on child support at 12 years old for a child that I never even conceived.
12 years old, your gun, like, I didn't even know you could have a gun at that age.
No,
do guns work at that age?
No, you haven't even reached puberty yet. You're not
No, but hold
producing
on, man. You can't measure everybody's guns the same.
I'm just saying,
Some people guns might start busting at 10, man. Some people guns might start busting at 13.
You gotta take that up with God.
Yeah, that's right. But how do they put you on child support at 12 years old? And you never even did nothing at that age.
Nah. So the thing is, they have something called the legal father. So even if you don't challenge it, then you're deemed a legal father. You cannot be the biological father and still be deemed a legal father, and you're obligated to pay child support.
So what happened in your situation?
So they said that when I turned 18, they retroactively went back to when I was 12 years old because she was getting government assistance. So when I found out about the child support case when I turned 23, I was $24,000 in arrears already because I didn't even know about the case. So they said that they allegedly served me, which I proved. They served me at a vacant house and they forged a signature and everything.
Dang, so all right, so you do that, but did they freeze your account? Did they take any money from you
Yeah,
immediately?
they took all of my money out of my account. They sent bank levies, they put liens on my name, put it on my credit report, took my license, passport, they do the works. All of those things are mechanisms that they use to force you to repay back this money. So I've been through the ringer. They did everything to me, took all of my money, took everything I had. And then, like I was telling you earlier, even on top of after they took all of my money, the bank still charged me an insufficient funds fee because they done gave the people all my money.
So they just kept hitting you upside your head.
They just kept hitting me upside the head. So the thing is, how I created child support as fraud is just because what I found out is they don't follow their own procedures. So when they open these cases, they're supposed to open them up a certain way. Let's just break it down on some street terms. So let's take all the legal shit out the way. Say the police come kicking somebody's door at 12 o'clock. The warrant that y'all seen Law and Order, they come bamming on the judge door. The judge got to sign it. The warrant isn't signed until 12:01. So you done kicked in the door at 12 o'clock, you find guns, drugs, money, whatever you find.
Legal search and seizure.
It's a legal search and seizure. So everything after that, everything.
Fruit of the poisonous tree.
Exactly what it is. Everything from that point is inadmissible. It can't be used. So it's the same process that I use. So the summons, the complaint, the proof of service, the default, if those documents are not filed correctly, then everything else after that is fruits of a poisonous tree and is inadmissible.
Now but I need to, because there's a lot of listeners out there and they're gonna be like, oh, what did he say? How is child support a fraud? You gotta explain it to people.
So child support is fraud is because there's something called incentives. So before we even get into that, there's something in the Constitution, the 14th Amendment says no person shall be deprived of their life, liberty, that's freedom, or your property without due process of law. You got a right to be heard and a right to a fair trial. You cannot get a fair trial when the states are incentivized to find you guilty in the actual hearing. So for the fiscal year of 2025, the United States Treasury authorized $735 million to states to find people guilty in their child support hearings. So that conflicts with what's in the 14th Amendment of the Constitution. You're actually making a profit off of finding people guilty. So that's what makes it fraud, because there's intent.
That's crazy. Now, what happened to, your passport, your license back? How do you get that back? Because people got their passport taken, their license taken. Like, how do that?
So I took child support back to court after 20 years, and I filed documents like to set aside, demand for dismissal, these documents that I use to go back and say, look, y'all never even opened this case correctly. So therefore, based on your own procedures, this is what's filed. You didn't do it correctly, so therefore everything else after that never happened. So I sent affidavits to the department, to the DMV, to the child support, to the passport agency, and notified them. And of course, they ain't finna just lay down. So I had to represent myself in the 2-year hearing, and based on everything that I did in that hearing, I forced the courts to make them release my license, release my passport, stop all enforcement, based on the evidence that I filed to show that they never even opened that case correctly.
Can you get rid of arrears?
Yes. So here, and this is the thing about arrears.
Tell people what arrears is.
I was just getting ready to say, so arrears is the back pay. So just say, for instance, they start a case on you today, or she filed an application for child support today. The child support case ain't gonna start until maybe about 3 months down the line. But in those 3 months, they are already adding interest. So based on whatever, just say you ordered to pay $1,000 in child support today, they go back, okay, well you're $3,000 in arrears plus a 10% compounded interest, so now you $6,000 to $7,000 in arrears when the case actually starts. What average person in the hood got $6,000 to $7,000 in a bank account just to throw at child support back pay? So those are the arrears, but the arrears are a challenge in a very specific way. Like, if you can only get rid of the arrears if you die or through marriage. But here's the thing. What I figured out was that loophole, it's a United States code, it's called 28 USC 1691, that says that these documents got to be under the seal of the court and signed by the clerk thereof. If it is not, those documents and that case is actually void. There's no time limit on a void judgment. A void judgment can be challenged at any time, and if it is void from the beginning, it's void past, present, and future. And this is what I educate people on, how to go back in to look at your case, reviewing this. Let's $1 million worth of game. So let's just keep it simple. Look at it like this. You, child support, and your baby mama, y'all all crimees. Y'all go put in some work.
Yeah.
They separate y'all, asking y'all for statements. Some people made statements, some people shut up.
He made a statement on me when we got locked up that time. But that don't really matter, because I ain't really tell nobody.
So when you get to, now you sitting there with your lawyer, what's the first thing you're gonna do? You're gonna look at the paperwork to see who said what. So now when I'm looking at the paperwork, I'm looking at it, they saying, oh shit, child support, well, my baby mama told child support that I wasn't even nowhere around. She was living in my goddamn house. Mm-hmm. She told them I wasn't helping out with the kids. I got tons of receipts from this, and this. Child support told the courts that you abandoned your child, but you here every day. Abandonment came from 1935 when men went to war, when women couldn't work. And that's what we was talking about earlier. So now you got to go back to the very beginning to look at the paperwork to see how they even open the case. You don't know what they told them people. When I looked at my proof of service from the very beginning, all these documents got to be filed. My proof of service was never filed. It was completely blank. It wasn't signed by anybody. It wasn't signed by a judge. It was actually signed by an attorney.
So you're basically talking about procedural errors.
Procedural errors.
So you're saying child support is a fraud based off of most people procedural errors, and most people have procedural errors in their filing the child support, in the statements that the child's mother make when they say he abandoned me. But even though he was active in the child life, he got receipts. Exactly. He was going to school things. He was doing all type of stuff, buying diapers. He was staying in his house. Mm-hmm. So a lot of people, you saying, is filing fraudulent child support claims.
No. Yes and no. The procedural error comes in because of their custom, their policy, the policies that they have in place on how they expedite these cases. Okay. That's what makes it fraud. So if there's no checks nor balances, if you are opening these cases and you're receiving an incentive on the back end, there's no way that I can get a fair trial. If you're not having it signed by a judge, and you having it signed by an attorney without my consent, that's what makes it fraud, because you're not providing me the full disclosure. It's just like you're going to go buy a car. You go buy a car, what do they got? They give you that long ass CVS long receipt full of disclosures. It's the same process. If you don't provide me the full disclosures on how you open this case and what was available to me, at that point, there's misrepresentation. Any person can void a contract if it was open under coercion, under fraud, under misrepresentation, or under duress. So if you send me this notice that's telling me if I don't show up at this date at this time, provide my financial information, you telling me that I now am obligated to this child support debt, but you're not telling me that I didn't have to show up. You're not telling me that you still got to provide me all of these disclosures. Bro, let me tell you something. When this shit started in the hospital, I know, God bless, man, your situation. Let me ask you a question. When you were present in the hospital when your child was born?
Yeah.
Did you sign a birth certificate in the hospital?
Yeah, I believe so.
So when that happens,
that shit was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago, but let me ask you, this is going to be very crystal clear. There's a code of federal regulation. It's called 45 CFR 303.5 That's the establishment of paternity. In order for a child support case to be open, paternity has to be established. Paternity is established by signing a document in a hospital, through DNA testing, verbally, or through a marriage. But here's the thing. It says in 45 CFR 303.5, when they gave you that document in the hospital that told you it was for the birth certificate, it also said, it's C, it says if you have the right to know the full disclosures, and they were supposed to tell you by signing this document, you're entering into a dual contract with child support services. And these are the legal consequences of signing that birth certificate. What are the legal consequences? License suspension, income withholding order, bank levies, liens, put it on your credit report. But they don't tell you that. And so what I'm saying is, I'm not saying that this child isn't mine, but I'm saying that the parent-child relationship that you need in order to open this child support case, it wasn't done correctly. So therefore, you never even had jurisdiction to even open a case. And this is why I'm saying their procedures is what makes it fraud.
Now let me ask you a question. This is very important. I remember when I was in the joint, right? It would be dudes going home and they say, man, I can't go home. I can't get my license. I'd be like, damn, why you can't get your license? Man, child support. And I'm like, you on child support? You just did 10 years. How is somebody on child support in prison? Like, how can you be on child support in prison when, first of all your rights is removed, you can't work, you're working for cents at the jail? How can child support still be running and you got to come home? You paid your debt to society by doing it. You doing your time and getting sentenced. Now you coming home and you set back because you got this large child support bill. Then you can't get no license. You got to move around. I mean, so what is you going to do? Like, why is the child support still running when you're in prison?
Because you didn't notify them. Even though that they know that you're incarcerated, you have to literally notify them and say, hey, they deem it as an involuntary employment. So therefore, the child support is supposed to stop. If you're in jail for 6 months or more, the child support is supposed to pause. But if you don't notify them, the interest in the arrears is still growing, and now you're still obligated. They saying it's your fault.
You're getting penalized for negligence.
Exactly, for ignorance of the law, because ignorance of the law is not a legal defense.
All right, now let me just say this. So you're saying if a dude right now, he got sentenced, he on his way to jail, or he got whatever. Soon as he get to jail, he got to write family court or write whoever. You got
to notify them that you are being incarcerated. You got to be in jail for 6 months or more, or you getting sentenced. Just say you get sentenced to 3 years, and now you know I'm gonna be here. Well, maybe let's say 5 years, because depending on good time and all that.
Yeah.
As long as you in here for 6 months, the child support stops, but you have to notify them. If you don't notify them, the child support is going to continue to grow, and the interest is going to continue to grow, and they're going to take your license away.
All right, so I'm out here. I'm paying child support. I'm not sure of things. I don't know how it's established. If I'm watching this for the first time and I go to childsupportisafraud.com right now.
Childsupportisfraud.com.
Childsupportisfraud.com right now. I'm gonna go in there, get information, you can connect with you, whatever. But also, what if I don't, and I just want to take the information and go from there? How do I really go about that on the aspect of like, what is the list of things? What is the top list of things that I would go try to take care of myself?
That's a great question. So my very first step, there's a summons. The summons is the document that notifies you that someone is opening this lawsuit against you, because it is a lawsuit.
Oh, one more thing, go to childsupportreview.com.
Yeah, go to childsupportreview.com and you can have your child support case reviewed for free. So there's a summons. I went and got the summons, the complaint, the proof of service. I had a default judgment and the actual order. The summons is the document that's supposed to be sent out to you that says somebody's suing you.
Yeah.
The complaint is who's the injured party, because there has to be an injured party. Just say, for instance, you punch somebody in the nose, police come, they nose busted, you the person that did it, that's the injured party, you the person that injured them. What are the damages? Nose busted. The proof of service, they have to serve you a copy of the summons and complaint. If you do not get served a copy of that summons and complaint, they never even had authority to even open the case. The proof of service, the default is if you don't show up for whatever reason, now you got a default judgment, and the actual order. The order is the order that ordered you to pay child support. So I went back to get those documents to look to see how they opened that case. And if those documents are not done correctly, if it's not under the seal of the court, if it's not signed by the clerk thereof, if it's not signed by a judge, if the proof of service is invalid, if these procedural errors in here are in that case, everything else after that is null and void. It never even happened. And there's no time limit. I took child support to court 20 years. I was on child support for 20 years before I took them back to court, because they told me in California to have this code that says if you don't respond within 6 months, there's nothing that can be done. And this is what I was told from the courts in child support.
So you just like.
But I'm talking to child support one day because they suspended my license. They kept suspending my license even though I was paying them money so I can keep my license.
Why was they suspending your license?
It's a system error. So every year I had to pay them a whole nother money to release my license and pay the DMV again every year to release my license. But I'm paying them child support, I'm paying them money so they can so they don't suspend my license. But here's the thing, when that happened, they suspended my license every year for a system error. But if you don't notify those people, there's nothing that can be done. So you're deemed the legal father or the mother, whether he brought the child support, because some women are on child support. It's rare, but it is. I speak to them all the time. So, but you got to go back to the very beginning to look at those documents to see how they opened that case.
Well, what I need y'all to do before we get out there, I need y'all to go to Child Support is Fraud, and I also need you to go to childsupportreview.com. One thing about TJ, he's out here teaching y'all, because a lot of people, people just don't know what's going on, especially that prison joint.
Yeah.
That's a real deep joint. Dudes is coming back out, can't get any identification, all types of issues, driver's license, and it's just hard. So thank you for giving that game up, but get with him, check him out again at childsupportisfraud.com. TJ, anything you want to say before we get out of here on this $1 Million Worth of Game Business Spotlight?
Yeah, man, I appreciate y'all for having me on here, and I just want to make this very clear. I do not advocate for any parent to not take care of their children.
Okay.
I advocate for both parents to have joint legal and joint physical custody. And when you have joint legal and joint physical custody, there is no child support. Now, be clear, they will put you on child support if you allow them to, but that's why we have these curriculums and educate our people to let them know these are the remedies and the laws that are available to you. These are your rights. So you just need to go in and actually prepare yourself so you know how to, withstand that unlawful charges. But man, childsupportisfraud.com. That's the platform. Like I said, I don't advocate for any parent to not take care of their kids. So that's why I always telling people, but take care of your kids, because this ain't no get out of jail free card. And go to childsupportreview.com and you can have your case reviewed by me. I'm not an attorney, it's not legal advice, it's just my experiences dealing with child support, and I would provide you, my experience, my recommendations on if I was in your situation, this is the steps that I would be taking.
Appreciate you, man. This is another episode of $1 Million Worth of Game Business Spotlight. Today we had Child Support is Fraud, my man TJ, man, and it's going down, and it's just like that.
Right. See, up north, we was able to run right to Def Jam, run to Priority, run to Columbia, run to Atlantic, run. If they thought you had any type of talent, they could jump on you, sign your life away. Y'all really had to put that work in, from Tony Draper's to the Master P's to the J Princes y'all motherfuckers was the blueprint of doing this shit the independent way. I'm just keeping it real.
Luke, a legend.
Yeah,
all
Luke.
we down.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? But I got one last question before we get out of here. I don't know who's gonna answer this, whether it's gonna be you or it's gonna be my man Juice. Who's the greatest stripper of Magic City all time?
I mean,
If you did a Mount Rushmore strippers, she's at the top.
I don't went on record and say White Chocolate, but I want to see
White Chocolate, what's she look like?
I want to see what Magic got to say.
But damn, I know that's a hell of a question. I got my OG. He looking off into the
Give me the phone.
sunset.
Give me
He
that
was
phone,
like
cuz.
this.
I want to see. I want to see who Magic says.
Cuz, open your phone so I can see Google. I want to show you something.
OG, like out of them 99,481 asses I seen.
Open your phone, cuz.
That's a tough one.
Cuz, open your phone. I want to go on Google.
So you said White Chocolate.
Yeah. So,
Juiced up.
Juice. Yes, sir. Who's the greatest of all time, Mr. Magic?
It probably ain't no one. Can't be one. Can't be one. The souls are in here, so it can't be one. I got one in here right now that might be, you know, it's just, they come and go. It's like a diamond in the rough and you caught one. You know, she shouldn't be dancing. You be like, why are you dancing? She looks like somebody should be wiped up. But she landed in here, you know, but that's very rare when you can catch that.
Which woman you think came in here and made the most money? Like I'm talking about the niggas, the drug dealers, the rappers, everybody wanted them.
Back in the day, Sugar might have been a big one back in the day during the Michi time. Sugar was big back then. Trina's big now. Trina's been here maybe 15 years, consistent, been a money getter for a long time. She reinvented herself when she learned how to do the pole.
Yeah.
She couldn't do the pole at first, but then she learned, fixed her body back up that pole again, you know. But a lot of them come and go.
Yeah, but Sugar from back in the day.
Sugar from back in the day.
Sugar fucked the game up, huh?
One that Michi had put on the pedestal with the money back then.
Oh, okay. And they was throwing that shit different back then. That shit was...
Well, you know, they sort of, these new guys now...
Oh, yeah, but see, these athletes got different money nowadays, though.
Yes, they changed
so they
the game
this bitch
back.
throw 100,000 and they like, I get paid on Friday, every paycheck is 690,000. I ain't gonna lose that shit.
So it's definitely a new day, a new day.
Yeah. But man, we appreciate you though, legend.
No doubt for sure.
5-part series, Magic City. I got a chance to meet the man himself.
Yeah.
He from
Juice.
He from Philly for real. He from the East Coast. You know what I mean? Camden.
Yeah.
Camden.
Oh, Juice from Camden.
Juice from Camden, cuz.
Oh, see, Juice a slick motherfucker, man. Motherfucker. Yeah. Juice came down here. Juice brought 3 of his bottoms down this motherfucker and turned
it. Went crazy.
Yeah, he did.
Fuck. How you get the name Juice?
That's OJ back in college, running back.
Oh, okay.
You know, so that's how I used to run. You know, he was my idol back then. You know?
Okay, that's what's up.
But listen, man, Magic City.
Yeah.
5-part series.
Yes.
5 parts.
Coming soon. JD on the sound. JD on the soundtrack.
August 15th.
I might jump on the soundtrack and do something.
Stop lying,
Drop
man.
a
I don't
verse.
want you on the
No, I'm just saying, I
soundtrack.
used to spit back in the day.
Goddamn, man. He get on there one of his jail raps. When I get free, I'm gonna go home and when I get free.
No, that ain't my
like,
joke.
nigga, you
saying.
sound like fucking
I used to write
Malcolm
his
X.
shit. I used to write his shit back in the day.
Oh, he said he wrote your raps. Hey.
I wrote his shit. I used to send him raps from home, from
I
jail.
don't believe that shit.
Send him
man.
little verses and shit here,
I
man.
don't believe that shit. That nigga was up there. He had 15 jobs in jail. Nigga was
I
doing
mean-
knitting classes, all types of shit in jail.
Straight up, man.
They call home. They call home one
I
time.
might come through tonight, throw some money, man. You know what I mean? Throw some paper. I got a knot in my pocket. I got a knot in my pocket, Magic. Come on,
Magic
man.
been
Call him
getting
early,
money
man.
since '89.
I got a knot in my pocket right
Still
now.
act like he had.
Stop playing with me, man.
Nigga, I don't need no money.
That man got a whole knot full of $2 bills.
I got a knot, man. Come on, man. Get him down here, man.
Yeah.
Get
Nigga
him
walk
down
with
here,
a
man.
limp because his motherfucking back pocket.
He said,
so
"Breathe,
heavy."
throw that money." You
I don't
heard?
get no money.
No, that's that contract you just signed.
Oh, man.
Oh,
Don't throw that out there like that.
Throw that money.
Yeah, you know niggas
Appreciate
start
you, man.
begging
Thank
when
you.
you throw that out.
It's going down, man.
Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
Yo, we always, listen, man. We out of here. $1 million worth of game.
And it's just like that.
Right.